Hi, Els. Hi and welcome to episode 53 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline.
And I am Andrew.
And we're coming to you today from our home in Fife in Scotland. Not our home, my home. He doesn't stay here. Could that technically be our home? Because technically we both stay in Fife.
Well, yeah, because our home is Fife.
Well, our home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It is great to have you here. And
Yes,
Ellie
yes, it
agrees.
is.
You agree with
Yeah.
me, Ellie Cat? Are you agreeing? Yeah? Okay. You can find detailed show notes on the Arya Bark website, which is aryabark.co.uk. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra.
I am Plumberboy21.
We have our Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have a private group on the website for anyone who would like to take part in make-alongs and chatter and other stuffs. And you can sign up by going to the community tab, then groups. We'll ask you a few questions, make sure that you're a crafter, and then we'll confirm that you're ready to log in. And then you just log in. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs.
We are currently running two make-alongs, the first of which is the ABD Stash Mash 2021. You must be a member of either the Ravelry group or the private group on the website for your registered account. Physical prizes will be drawn quarterly. The next draw is on the 2nd of April 2022. Physical prizes for the FO thread, the winner will be drawn by random number generator. Mr. Bart and myself, which is an entry each month from the chatter thread, and the winner will receive thread.
Not Fred.
We've got a problem with Fred likes. Fred has great chatter.
Yes. Fred is
Leah. Fred was loyal to you. And you just kicked him to the curb.
Fred's been sacked. Thread has now been hired.
And the winner from the chatter thread
Thank you.
will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10. Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. If it can be measured in metres, then it can be entered. So knitting, crochet, Tunisian crochet, weaving, spinning and cross stitch if you can measure it in metres.
I think you could do a lot better, Ellie. Yeah.
I was no, Ellie knows my limits.
Yeah, you could do a lot better, couldn't you, wee cat? Come on in. Oh, it's your wee cat.
Well, I see how it is. Harry, do you want to set money? Goals are at your own discretion and you can increase or decrease whenever you like. Each person entering will have one FO thread post that all projects will be logged in. Our next make-along is the hashtag Yappy and Scrappy Blanket Make-along 2022. You must be a member of either the Ravelry or the private group on the website for your registered account. Physical prizes will be drawn again on the 2nd of April 2022. Physical prizes for the FO thread for that. Again, winner will be drawn by random number generator. Then Mr. Bark and myself will choose an entry each month from this chatter thread, and the winner will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10. Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged.
There is, for the blanket make along, there is a minimum blanket size of 16 to 18 inches. There is no maximum blanket size. You can do it as big as you like.
You want a blanket for your entire house, and I'm talking
You do
building,
you, boo.
not people. You do you. That'd be a lot well. You'd be able to wrap it. You'd be able to deal on the blankets the whole sheet.
In this week's episode, we have whips, and that's it. Just whips. I was contacted. Now, when was I contacted? On Thursday, from one of our very lovely viewers and make-along participants, who had said she would like to give the podcast a gift to go in the prize pot. Would that be okay? And we said that would be lovely, thank you very much, we think you're ace. So put them in a bag. We have animals, nobody's covered in Arya hair. So the lovely Liz very kindly sent this, which is West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply in the sparkle. It is shade 1051, which is vintage tinsel. So that was the first one, so thank you very much for that. The next one is equally as stunning.
Is that a Highland?
What?
Is that a Highland on the side?
No, it's a fish.
No.
It's stunning. Now this is the picture. It totally looks like that. It's amazing. This is Country Mouse Yarns. It is Christmas 2021. And it is 100 grams of 4-ply sock yarn. It's a 75% merino, 25% nylon, and you get approximately 400 metres in 100 grams. It is stunning. Now I'll show you the card that Liz sent. It's pretty.
Cherry blossoms.
Very, very pretty. We've got that in the back garden and it's lovely. Now she did say we could add them to the prize pot or keep them for ourselves. I've made the executive decision they're going in the prize pot. However, she did send something else.
Surprise or unowned.
I'm not chocolatist, I will eat them all. So we will keep the chocolates and I will personally eat them all.
I was about to say, she'll keep the chocolate.
She'll keep the chocolates, I'll keep them all. Would you like a chocolate, Andrew?
I will have one later.
So put them away. They will go. Sorry, not chocolate. It's stock. So thank you. So thank you very much, Liz.
Yes.
We are greatly appreciative. This will go into the prize pot for this year. Or I may use it for something else because I had an idea earlier on. I just have to wait until I go through my stash. And there might be another make-along coming. I may use it for a prize for something else. Does that help?
Yeah, because I got confused. I was like, but it's for a prize, but you're using it. I thought you were maybe going to knit
no,
something.
I'm not going to knit with it. I'm going to use it for rather than putting it for the make-along prizes. I'll maybe have another make-along and use it for a prize for that.
So basically, you want me to do more reading?
Yes.
And fail.
In this week's episode, there's just a lot of knitting from one of us.
Hey, I knit on the bus today. For about
Timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. My first whip is something that I'm seriously considering ripping out because someone's getting a bit too cheeky.
Oh, I actually forgot you were doing that.
Yes, well maybe you want to wind your neck in.
I did try to be nice to you. It's not my fault that The mango
The
chutney.
mango chutney was minging.
The mango chutney had spices in it.
That was the mango chutney. That was minging.
They put spices in it. I don't know
Right,
they had
I would
spices.
like to do a little bit of a correction corner from last week because clearly I may have been... I'm not going to say I was drunk because I don't drink and I don't take drugs, so I wasn't out my tree. But when I was showing the cardigan last week, I may have had the direction of the cardigan wrong. So I will show you.
This actually came along quite a bit.
This is Great Love by Anca's Track. This is Krabby Pants cardigan. Now, to clarify, this is where I was last week. This is not the collar. This is the back. This is the collar. Now, my goal last week was to get the back section finished. Back section has been, well, clearly the back hasn't been finished, but the section, first section has been done. Can you do me a favour? Go lean forward to make sure that this is actually going to fit you. Fits.
I don't know if I should be happy or insulted.
No, I got slightly concerned that it wasn't going to fit, and it fits. So,
If not, Ryan would have got my cardigan, eh?
Ryan doesn't like cardigans. Modifications, absolutely none. I am doing it just as the pattern. You broke that seat.
No, it's the clips in my boots.
None. I am following the pattern as it is written. Size, I'm doing a size 6, which is an extra large. That is 146 centimetres or 57.5 inches. The yarn I am using is, can you hold up that great big ball? I am using So Crafty yarn in colour Elephant. It is a 400 gram ball. You get 800 metres in the 400 grams. It is a 75% acrylic, 25% wool, and I'm doing away. Stop winding the cat up.
I'm trying to get it to mouth. She keeps getting things.
Goal for next week. I'm wanting to get the two fronts and the collar to the same place. Now, show you the pattern. This is the right side. This is the wrong side. Kinda like the wrong side, better than the right side, but
What's the right side?
this one.
What's the wrong side? They look the same.
I don't know.
Oh no, one's pokey out.
I am using a 4mm high sharp. This is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. If there is other places where you can purchase it from, I will leave them linked in the show notes. My next whip.
I was going to say. I knew that was coming.
Is the Flying Fox Shawl by Olga Fahim. I did not do well with this. My goal was to do 2 sections this week. This is where I was last week.
Smelling your lavender pouch.
I have not done 2 sections. I have not even finished 1 section. Oops. But I've done a fair wee bit to it this week. Oops. Modifications, absolutely none. I'm following the pattern as it's written. The yarn I'm using is Drops Cotton Merino. I will stick a picture in because I don't have a ball band on any of them. It is a DK in shade 21, which is Heather. It's a 50% merino, 50% cotton. You get 110 metres and 50 grams. And I am using a 4.5. Is it? Yes, it is. 4.5mm Knit Pro Zing. It's available on Ravelry. Might possibly be a paid for pattern. To write that down. Anything else? Really? It's alright.
Oh. No, I did that in my back shade. It'll get done at some point. At some point?
At some point. And it's all me, as you can see, it's all me. Right now.
I'm still that lavender pouch.
You're not going to touch my lavender pouch, we're going to leave it alone.
You'll wake up one day and the lavender pouch won't be there.
My next whip is the Basic Socks with Integrated Heel by Albina McLaughlin. Never met my goal on this one either. You will see shortly why. I did get my heel finished. So the heel is now finished. So I'm just going up the leg on both socks. I am using Regia 4-ply Mosaic colour in shade 05560. This is discontinued. Had it in my stash for years. Arya bum hair. I have decided to do these as socks for Ryan. And I finished, obviously the goal for last week was to finish both the heels and get 2 inches put on the leg. The goal this week is going to be, why are you smirking?
Just a happy cheery guy. The viewers know why, I think. I don't know if I made it clear, but they know.
Goal this week will be to finish the 2 inches on the leg. Do you want to do yours your two? Because I've still got another 3 to go.
I technically have a command. I still have sick brain, so my brain don't work so good. I don't know. What I meant to say is I have a confession to make to you. There is coming in. Surprisingly. For me, well, not well, but...
Needles don't count coming in stash.
No, technically is, it's part of my needle stash. And I bought a crochet hook.
Why?
Because I needed one small enough, this is a 2.5, small enough to do my socks. Because there's times I'll accidentally...
Can I ask a question?
I should have got a small one, shouldn't I?
Why did you buy a 2.5 for your sock when your sock's not on a 2.25?
So it makes it a whole bigger for...
It'll muck up your gauge.
Well, I thought I was using a 2.25. Now I have a wee needle, and to be fair, it wasn't actually that much. And now I have a wee needle, so I can... Now I can do...
Doilies.
No. I want to say origami, but it's not that. On them... Amigurumi. I'm small enough to do it.
Andrew, you can do amigurumi, really like it.
Yeah,
Ellie. Why are you in my college unit? Why are you in the unit? You're going to be in my kitty stash.
So...
Meals. I just try again.
I also bought Well, there's a story behind this. I've not been feeling great for the past few days. There's a cat. There's Ellie's face. Ellie, you're getting in the frame. I see your head. It's cute, but like...
You need to move.
It's disproportionate to mine. I was running a bit late today. So I've not... Well, I was feeling a bit ill, so not been knitting as much. So my plan was, today on the bus to work, I'd knit, then on the bus through, I'd knit. So, picked up my knitting, ran out the door, got on the bus, looked at my knitting, had one needle. And again, that's happened so many times. And obviously, everybody knows, like, you kind of need 2 needles to knit. Well, can you do it with one? Can you knit with 1 needle?
No.
Okay. But, so, there was that. So, I couldn't knit on the bus through. So, I was like, what am I going to do? My mum's going to kill me. I've not knit on anything. Then, light bulb moment. I went on a charity shop haul. Basically, got off earlier from my work one day, so I decided I'm gonna have a wandered around Dunfermline. Wow. And to kill time, went into charity shops. Then remembered there is a yarn store. Put the name up there. Shop. Name up there. I can't quite remember it. It's Sutton Yarn. It's a yarn / craft shop. You do a lot of stuff. I was like, they'll have needles, or hopefully they'll have needles. Please have needles. So I went and got them, and I got 4.5 millimeter. Oh,
Knit Pro Symphony
straights. I don't know. So many. Only £1.50.
Very good.
I don't know if that's a deal or not, but it sounds like a deal.
It's actually reasonably cheap.
Because I was looking at other ones that I thought were cheaper. Turns out they weren't, but they were like big, long, straight. And I was like,
big ones.
it would be ones I'd sit here and it'd be like out to here. And it's like, I don't need to have that long. So I picked up these, and they're pretty. So I managed to do some knitting on the bus. So long story short, I've got new stuff. So my first whip is my dishcloth, which is using, I don't have the ball band, I had it in. It is Lily's Sugar and Cream, shade number 01042, which is overcast, a nice grey. Medium grey? That'd be a medium grey. It's not quite light, it's not quite dark.
Oh, it's medium.
The pattern is not on Ravelry. I'm not using a pattern. I'm going with my method, which is just knit till you're done, or you're done with the pattern, or with what you're making, and that's that.
Andrew, you must have knit on this.
Yeah, I did. I did like a good 37.
You've done 50.
That was messages down in the pastures. So I'm using...
You need to watch, because you're catching it.
Thank you, that's not helping. Boop. I'm using 4.5 now. Knit Pro Symphonies. And I'm just knitting till I have enough to cast off, because I don't...
I'm trying to do this from the cat.
Yeah, Ellie, duck.
Duck
yeah,
Elves.
thank you. So I'm knitting till I've got enough to cast off.
Can I make a suggestion?
Or do I make a wee mini skein?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Right. I know you love the bag that Heather sent you for your Christmas. Right, I am well aware you love that bag.
I know it does not
Can
fit
I
in.
make a suggestion that you move it into your Kiwi bag for Aileen?
Yes.
Therefore, you will not lose knitting needles.
The reason I lose knitting needles
Because
is...
what you could do is move your socks into that bag and actually use the drawstring.
That would work.
And then have that in your Kiwi bag.
The reason I also lose needles in it is because I don't like finishing in the middle of a row. So I finish it and then there's always one loose needle. Normally,
What you're going to have to do then
stick it in
is
the
start. What you're going to have to do then is start finishing in the middle of your row.
I don't like doing that though. Normally I stick it in the ball. The loose one always goes in the ball. But I didn't do that because I was lazy.
Yes, that says it all.
And
Right.
I lost it. Hey, that's not mine, is it?
Yep.
No, it's not mine, too.
Hold. Do you want to know how I know that's yours?
Mine is through the room.
Yes. So your bag, and watch. This is like really magical stuff. Really. Now you watching? Who knew?
I didn't think about that, did I?
Duh. And look.
Yeah.
Duh.
So my final whip is now.
Are
Way
we
back
going
in
to
here.
discuss?
I don't know if you want to discuss.
Will we discuss what I had to rip out? Now, I severely wish that I had taken pictures. The ladies on Zoom will know that not the week just gone, the week before, we were on Zoom and Andrew proclaimed, "Mum, I've done something wrong, you'll need to fix my socks."
No, I said, should I be getting equal double stitches on each side? You said, yeah. I went, oh, I'm not. Until you went,
Right,
you went,
what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the next sock and I'll try the next sock. It's no working. I'll drop it off. Can you fix it?
I thought the second one was working, but apparently, by the looks of it, turns out it was wrong.
Would you like to explain why it was wrong, Andrew?
Because I know it.
Now, can I borrow a sock?
I mean, I don't know. There is a daily charge. No, you can't borrow a sock, they're connected.
Alright. So, this is Andrew's socks. Okay, so we're just going to pretend for a moment that there's heels in these socks. So, just say this is the sock. Actually, I'll do a better representation of what I got. Back of sock, wonky heel. Front of sock, part of a wonky heel. Now, this wasn't two separate socks, this was on one sock. Andrew had two heels in one sock.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, sweetheart.
Oh, did I do it on the other side? Did I start it on the other side?
Because I split them off. And I was like, so this is the first one. And that was just a complete disaster. I went to the second one, it was like counties away, and I was like, weird, it's got 81 rows on the back and 81 rows on the front. There is no heel. Okay, so that one's fine. And I was like, what have you done? Because there was bits hanging up and bits hanging up, and it was like, oh, for goodness sake, I'm going to have to rip it back. Now, here is Andrew's lifeline. This is not the original lifeline. This was the lifeline that I put in because Andrew, when he was sticking in a lifeline, managed to do a lovely cable on half a dozen stitches.
I mean, you're not wrong.
As Andrew was putting his lifeline in, he skipped half a dozen stitches, picked them up, then went back and picked up the other ones and just went pull, and the stitches that had been sitting like that went
would make sense to why it didn't work.
5.5 hours it took me to rectify one sock.
Well, technically that could have been 2, but
it wasn't 2, Andrew. There was nothing wrong with that other sock.
I just decided that I have 2 heels on one of my feet. That way you can wear it on either way. It's a heel on both sides. I never said I was clever.
I think we can officially say sock knitting is not Andrew's thing.
Or socks, but without the heel. If that's possible. Like where the heel would be, there's just a hole and your actual heel goes through it.
Then you would have to cast off stitches and then recast them on again.
That sounds a lot easier than doing a heel, apparently. Oh. This is the sock pattern generator by Rachel Leggett.
Mm-hmm.
I am using Popeye Yarn Company's Splattered Ink. I have made no modifications.
Yes, you have. That's the sock pattern generator asks for a short row heel. Andrew is doing this shadow stitch heel. He eventually got it right.
After a long time.
Andrew will not be doing it again.
Like I said,
I doubt Andrew will knit another pair of socks. These might be Andrew's first and only pair of socks.
no, because I've got that sock over Heather, so it needs to be done. There will be another attempt. And I'm knitting on
2.25
2.25
high sharps.
high sharps on a 32-inch magic loop. Well, cord.
Are you going to keep it on magic loop, or are you going back to a 9-inch circular?
I'm thinking, I don't know what would be easier, ribbon on magic loop or ribbon on circular.
Well, you need to finish the leg first, Andrew.
Yeah.
Did I stick? Because the problem I had, I only have one of them.
I just did one sock at a time.
I might have another one in my bag.
I'll try magic loop. If it doesn't work,
the problem you had with magic loop, you were adding in stitches.
I was adding in a lot.
Because obviously that first sock I had to take back.
So I might put it back on the 9-inch circular.
I should have another one.
Magic loop doesn't like me. But I can only work on one sock at a time.
Oh, and I don't even know what you did there. Before you leave, remind me to fix that.
What is it there?
I have no idea. Andrew has I have no idea what he's done, but he's got a great big loop.
It's for securing your feet to the heel so it doesn't slide. So a time feature.
As was mentioned last week, the lovely Tonya from Karma's a Stitch on YouTube, we'll leave details up there and in the description box below, had a cast-on party last Saturday. Now all I'm going to say is on Sunday morning I woke up with a cast-on party hangover. The craft room looked like a bomb had went off in it. And I give you right back. There was wool everywhere. Oh good. So I'm trying to remember, last week was Rocket Tea done. No, I think I ripped it out. So my first project, actually I'll do it reverse order. The last thing I cast on, now was this the first thing I cast on? I might have cast it on first and then it just wasn't working. Is this. This is the Muscle Braha by Isolde Teague. I had originally done it in the Knitting Goddess. Nope. Is it fully completed or fully completely? One of the two. And it was knitting away. So on Sunday, got up early, thought I'm going to get this done. So I started working on it, got to about there and said to Mr. Bark, do you like your new hat? To which his reply was no. To which my reply was, excuse me? That hat's a bit bright for me. So I ripped it out in a huff and proceeded to pick out stash that would be acceptable to him, and he eventually settled on this. So this is Drops Fable in shade 913, which is winter. It is a 75% wool, 25% nylon. You get 205 meters and 50 grams. I have two. I have the first one here, and this is how it's working up. He is much happier with this hat. So I've cast it on, eventually figured out what I was doing wrong, and now I'm just on knitting 5 million inches, going round and round in circles. For this, obviously there wasn't any go set on this, so I had to give myself a teeny tiny intermediate goal of getting the crown finished for this podcast. I have done that. So for next week I would like to get I'm going to be adventurous and I'm going to say 5 inches. I am using, now this I have to check because I'm not 100% sure. Yes I am. I am using a 3mm high sharp. We will see how I get on. Is there anything else? I'm just sitting here knitting. Nope. That is everything. So that is my first, well, that was the last cast on. My next whip is the Pattern 213-22, which is a lavender charm top by Drops Design. This is how much I've got done so far. Now I'll bring it slightly closer up so you can see. I have got part of the detail done. The goal for this week was to have the yoke done. That didn't happen. Now when was it? Either Wednesday or Thursday I was working on this. And I'd done, the stitches had fell off, so I had to recast it on, so I got my ribbon done and I was starting it off, and Heather got a message going, I think there's something wrong, I don't think I'm doing this right. So I ripped it back. I had done 5 rows, so that's what, 2, 4, so I'd got up to a bit here. Right, got up to a bit here, and I was like, I've got holes in mine, and on the pattern it's not got holes on it. No, I didn't have holes in it. That was a problem, and I was looking on other people's project pages and they all had holes, so I ripped it back out and put holes in it, and I was like, I'm sure I read somewhere that you were to knit it through the back loop so that there wasn't any holes. Read the pattern, couldn't find it, read the pattern, couldn't find it. And what did I go to look up? I couldn't remember what a stitch was, so I looked it up on the key. And where they have you make the increase, it was like, and on the next round knit that through the back loop to close up the hole. I was like, well, that's where I read it then. So I had to rip it back out again. So this is where I am. Technically I would have been finished the yoke had I not ripped it out and had to restart it again. So this is where I am. Goal for this week will be to get the yoke finished. I am using Drops Muscat, which is this one. It is 100% cotton. You get, it is shade number 4, which is lilac. You get 100 meters and 50 grams. Now tell if it was the right way around. I am just going to keep going with this. It's alright. It's not too bad now that I know what I'm doing. Is there anything else? I'm using a 4mm higher sharp. Is that sharp? Yes, it is. I'm doing size 2, which is a medium, and 46 inches. And I'm making no modifications at all. I'm just doing the pattern as written. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, or you can get it from the Drops website. My next project has seen a little bit more work, and this is pattern number 210-31, which is the cornflower top by Drops Design. Now, can I hold this up? This is the front. It does fit. I just don't have it on long enough needles. So this is how much I've done to this. I've done actually a fair amount. I need to find the back. There too. I think I'm getting to the stage where I'm about to separate for the sleeves. I am using Drops Paris in shade 100, which is light wash. Again, this is 100% cotton. You get 75 meters and 50 grams. This is an Aran. That weighs a ton. And I still have
14,000 balls left.
five balls to go. I'm actually really enjoying this. This is the easier one of the two to get done. Plus, it goes really quick. Now, I need to make sure that I don't lose stitches. Again, modifications, absolutely none. I'm following the pattern as it was written. I am doing size 3, which is a large, and that's 48 inches. Drops Paris as an arm, and I'm using a 5.5mm.
How sharp here. Steels.
I'm not using a 5.5, I'm using a 5mm. High sharp, and it's free on the Drops website, or you get a link through Ravelry. My last whip. Well, yeah,
Don't know inside that.
My last whip is my Rocket Tea DK by Tannis Fibre Arts. Had I cast this on last week? I don't think I did. I had to recast it on. This is how much I've done. Goal for this week was to get 10 repeats of the eyelets done. I have done the 10 repeats. Really happy that I had that goal. I'm not making any modifications. I'm doing it exactly as the pattern is written. I am doing a size 6, which is 44 inches, and I am using Crafty Things double knit, and that is 100% acrylic in the dark red colour. It is a DK. It's 100% acrylic, and you get 330 metres and 100 grams, and I am using a 4mm Knit Pro thing. The Rocket Tea is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I did have a look. It is not on the Tannis Fibre Arts website. You can get the original Rocket Tea, which is, I'm sure, a finger in, but I've not seen the DK version. So goal for next week is to have the arms split and just to be knitting in the round. So I don't have very many rows left to go, and this is the colour with added Arya here. So that is all my projects. I think what I might do for next week, I did struggle with 6. I think I might cut it down to 4.
Oh, tough decisions.
So I think the flying fox might come off. I'm going to take the flying fox off this week. I need more shawls like a hole in the head. I'll keep the socks because they're good for being out and about. Crabby pants cardigan because I'm sick of them moaning. Rocket Tea I want to work on. I think I'll put a stop to the cornflower top just now. I think what I'll do is I'll go between the cornflower top and the lavender charm top. So that gives me what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not bad.
As opposed to the 7 that I had. I dare say it will take, I'll give his cardigan 2 days to work on because that pattern's a bit intense, and the lavender charm top 2 days because that pattern's a pain in the backside. The Rocket Tea, that's easy enough to go. I just have to watch where I'm putting my yarn overs. Socks are easy enough because I'm just constantly
Going
round in circles. And same with the muscle bra hat, that's just going round in circles. So that's my plan for our projects for this week. What has been happening? Not very much.
No.
Not very much. Had a surprise hospital visit on Thursday. That was not fun. I would, however, like to thank Mandy from Mrs. Makes for not being honest, is the best way to put it. She didn't out and out lie, she just wasn't 100% truthful about how bad it was going to be, because if she had, I would have cancelled that appointment. I am still in a considerable amount of pain, and if it's not any better by Monday, I think I might need to phone the doctor because it's no fun. Anything else? Don't think so. Knit and Natters Knit and Natter has been changed from a Monday to a Wednesday. So it's a Wednesday at 8 PM GMT and 11 AM on a Friday at 11 AM GMT on a Friday. If you would like to join, message me on Instagram. Not Ravelry, because I keep saying Ravelry, it's not, it's Instagram. And we will add you to the group. Attendance is not mandatory, you can come and go whenever you like, when you can manage. Anything else? Anything coming up for this week? No,
don't think so.
I am not leaving the house. I'm not left the house today. Will I had to go chasing the milkman again. I need to phone the milkman tomorrow again. Mr. Bark Senior has a hospital appointment on Monday, so Mr. Bark is off, so I'll get a good wee whack of knitting done on Monday and some knitting done the rest of the week. Will you be gracing us with your presence next week?
Possibly. Should be able to.
Are you going to be gracing us with your presence on Knit and Natter?
I don't know. I should do.
Right. What happened to you on Wednesday, Andrew?
I was ill, I think.
It's not the story I got told. I forgot Knit and Natter was on a Wednesday.
No, I forgot, and then I was actually ill. Very, very sick boy.
Are you going to Knit and Natter this week?
Yes, because I'm sure I'm working morning Wednesday.
Right. Do you want me to remind you about Knit and Natter on Wednesday?
Yes.
So that is everything. We hope you have a very, very crafty week, and we will see you back here, possibly either me or the two of yous. We don't know.
Or me and Ellie. We'll just kick you to the curb, do our own hang.
Excuse me, the ladies of Zoom are enjoying Ellie's company on every Zoom that I go on, because she's permanently beside me like glue.
That's why I'm saying me and Ellie over there on.
Ellie doesn't even like you anymore.
Ellie
I'm Ellie's favourite.
You're only our favourite when I'm not around.
Where is she just now, Andrew?
She's out in the living room.
Yes. Andrew comes in, she leaves. We hope you have a very crafty week, and we'll see you back here again next week.
Yeah.
Bye.